Black nation, which is the agenda. Because see, going outside of what the lights see, we have to go inside and we have to start digging and moving and getting things orchestrated so that change will really happen. That way, people that are of authority will understand who's really in authority, and they get the motto, if you can't beat them, join them. If we're out here working hard to make Africa great again, if we're out here doing our part individually, and then if it is to be, it's up to me. I always have to understand, you always have to understand that you can't put your value in what somebody else can do. You have to take the initiative to find out, what part do you take? That's what this whole conference is about. It's emerging us. It's repositioning us. It's transforming our mindset, and it's rebirthing us. But you know what? The thing that's coming with it is the resurrection of it. So let me answer that question. How is it going to start? It's starting right now. It's starting by getting the information out there that we're in the building. We're on the move here in Africa. It's also starting when, people have not only listening ears, but hearing ears. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm going to end with this. I think there's one more question, but I'm going to end with this portion of this question. Communication. Can anybody tell me what communication is? Please, somebody. Do anybody know, or should I just tell you? Communication.
Sharing an idea with somebody or interacting with somebody concerning your issue between you and that person.
Okay. Anybody else? He said sharing back and forth with somebody, information back and forth with somebody. Anybody else?
I think there should always be a feedback, so it should be a two-way affair.
Anybody else?
Don't be sharing what is bothering you. You just have to make sure that what you are trying to convey, the other person at the other side understands it, and then the feedback comes down. So this way we come to a symmetrical.
Okay. Amen. Let me break it down to you now. So communication is really fivefold. It's not one-fold, two-fold. Communication is letting your request be known. And this is even in prayer. So I'm teaching prayer and communication all in one, because no matter what religion or relationship you're in, you have to know how to pray, right? So relationship in communication is this. You make your request known. You speak. You don't only speak, but you also have to listen. Because if you're the only one talking, then there's no communication. Then, even with that, when you're listening, when you listen to something and it's foolishness, you know how it goes in one ear and out the other? No, you have to hear. So you have to speak, you have to listen, you have to hear. Because hearing is what's going to give you the understanding of what somebody is saying, not listening. And then you have to do. Because in any relationship, you have to be able to hear and do or put it into action what you and that party is talking about. And then the other thing is knowing. Knowing that when you do this, you're creating great relationships with people because now you have respect. Communication is the key to respecting somebody. It's not only allowing for yourself to talk, but it's hearing what's being said, it's doing what's being said, and it's also respecting what's being said. So that's the real form of communication. If any of those parts are missing, you're not communicating, you're just talking. There's a lot of people that talk. We need communicators. We need the ones that are going to talk and they're going to show action. That's what the Emerge Us is about. Not emerge me, but emerge us. The us gives you an accountability just like it gives me an accountability. That's what the conference is going to be about. So we have 5 moderators or 6 moderators, and we have panelists that will be answering questions for the moderators. But I don't do nothing without getting the audience involved. Can I say something to y'all? There's 1 or 2 things happening in this room. Either y'all are boring and don't want to participate, or y'all really listening. Which one is it? Which one is it? All right, that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and answer this last question. And then if you have any more questions, I'll be happy to answer it. But what I will say to you all is that this conference is not just like any other conference. It hits every area that's needed in order for somebody to understand their power, that they're appreciated, and then also their responsibility. The Emergence Conference, a 3-day conference, we edutain and spiritain by the way of entertainment. So yes, we have other artists. She asked about this. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let me go on and answer that. The secular part of it. I don't know the secular part of it. And I'm going to tell you why. My brother, he produced over 30 million #1 hit copies of records for all the secular artists, from Jay-Z to Rick Ross to Snoop Dogg to T.I. I mean, all of these big artists that sometimes I go in a place here in Africa and it kind of disturbs me because I feel like I'm in America when I'm here and I come here to be African. I'm being real serious right now. There's a lot, when you go and you listen to the music, and then they pick all the vulgar music. They don't even pick a lot of times the good stuff to listen to. They pick all the stuff that's tearing at each other down when there's already enough of that everywhere. That's just a nugget that I want to drop. But he's produced for all of those people, right? But he had a light bulb. When that same industry that that he put his gifts in tried to take his life, because he wouldn't give his life or his soul to it. And he came back by educating the young people as well as dealing with a man's mental health. The Human Project that he's bringing to Ghana in July, for the men, all of you need to be there. For the women, all of you need to be there, and I'm going to tell you why. The Human Project is twofold. It deals with a man's mental health, but what my brother has done, and he done an 18-song album on men's mental health through hip hop, and he's created videos of all of them. For everything that man's mental health could ever be is in his music, right? But it tears apart. It shows that men go through stuff. Again, earlier today I mentioned to you that I'm an activist, but I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist, because feminism is another trick of the enemy to separate our families. Feminism tries to kick the man out when our men and our women need to emerge together. Me being a woman empowered, I'm a woman of power. If you look at me, I'm a public figure in the United States. People know me in Africa. They know me different places. But I would never go out and march with nobody that talks about feminism. Because just like order has to take place in everything else, order has to take place in a household. And it can't be done if the women are just bashing the men. And we know as women, we've encountered a lot of things. But what we don't understand sometimes is that the men have too. So the Human Project is for a man's mental health. It's really amazing. My brother, he has a panel that he actually talks to the men about the videos. He actually tears apart every area of a man's mental health that's necessary. Women, let me ask y'all a question real quick, because I know that it's getting late and we need to be getting out of here soon. But do you think that if a man's mental health is messed up, that your household is going to be sane? No. So don't you think that sometimes we also need to focus on a man's issues too? Exactly. Men, let me ask y'all a question. As men, have a lot of the issues and stuff that you've addressed or have that you've had over time, hasn't it been a lot of things that has happened to you that you've been silent about? Men, are you going to talk to me, or are you still going to be silent? See, I came to help somebody be delivered from their mental health today. Because I understand that it's very, very important for our households. In order to emerge us to make Africa great again, we also have to readjust the values of our household. Men have to value their women. Women have to value their men. It's a joint effort in order to make Africa great again. Africa starts in your household. It starts with you first. So, yes, that's one of the things that we definitely have to deal with. But when I tell you this project, the way that he put it together was so amazing. And I'll let him tell his own story of how it started. It's very amazing when I tell you this. I'm just gonna give you a little nugget. Hollywood had went on a writer's block. And my brother and his wife been married for 20 years like next week. And although he's been in the midst of all of these big artists and stuff, he never has cheated on his wife, not one day. When the writer's block came, the finances started being challenged because he had just invested like $82 million to build a whole community, right? When the writer's block came, everything fell apart. And she wanted to know where the money at. After 20 years, where the money at? Not understanding nothing that was going on, how he was feeling, how inadequate he was feeling. That's where the Human Project came from. Where the money at? Women, a lot of times we don't understand the stuff that men go through. And one of the songs that I produced the video of, he says that even a machine needs maintenance. And a lot of times women see men as machines. But all machines still need maintenance. And the only maintenance that really helps a man is a woman. And the only real maintenance that helps a woman is really a man. So the project is really amazing. If y'all don't come from nothing else, I'm telling y'all, this project is going to help. And it's going to help not only in America, it's doing some things right now. They're sending it in the justice systems. They're taking it everywhere now. But he don't want to launch it until we come to Ghana. So we're going to be launching it on the 17th through the 19th. And that's a lot that's going on with the Emergence Conference.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Harris. Another round of applause for her, please. Giving us some insight into what the event is going to have in store. Now, I do understand, as a media person myself, that a lot has been shared today. I believe there's a lot to absorb, right? And so we will have some material shared with you with some FAQs and short details that can help you to put together your report. Okay? In addition to that, once we are through, please do feel free to have one-on-one interviews if you need further clarification from Dr. Harris for an SOT or from be it Jessica, Morissette, whoever, please do feel free to ask those one-on-one questions as well from Dr. Benin or anyone, Kenny, any further question you might have. So thank you so much to each of you for taking the time to be here today. Before we wrap up, we have a short video message on the screen from some of our participants and partners from the diaspora. So please do turn your attention to the screen for a few minutes, and shortly after we'd call it bring it to a close. Thank you. Do we have the video, please?
Grammy-nominated multi-platinum music producer Dr. Kevin Hale Case here. Look, I am so excited and looking forward to July the 17th through 19th, the Emerge Conference. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to be there, for the media outlets right now, but due to scheduling conflicts, I'm here in the U.S., and I am ready to touch down to the motherland and really just have a great time with my people, my family. So, there's going to be so many things we're going to cover with this Emerge Conference. I'm telling you, from me bringing Human to Accra, which is my new amazing platform and new book I wrote, along with the album and music videos and online courses and everything that teaches men just how to be better. I'm talking about mental wellness, how to persevere through the things we're going through, to be the great leaders that we're destined to be. But that's just a little bit. But I can't wait to get there. And like I say, Dr. Harris, thank you so much. Thank you to the team who's been putting this thing together. And once again, thank you to our media outlets for supporting. And love you guys and look forward to being there. See you soon. Peace.
Okay, thank you, Kenny. We've got a second video, yes?
North Africa, South Africa, East Africa, West Africa, come together Come together. I say you cannot depend on the European guy. You cannot depend on the Chinese guy. You cannot depend on the American guy. It's up to you and I. We got to make Africa great again. We got to make Ghana great again. We must make Africa great again. We got to make Africa great again. Yes, this is Bingy Blaze coming to you live, Accra, Ghana. I just want to apologize to you. I want to let you know that I cannot make it to the conference that's going to take place later on today because of circumstances beyond my control. But I just want to let you know that July 17th to 19th for the Emergence Entertainment Gala, UPSA Auditorium, Bingy Blaze will be there live and direct, straight from Jamaica. Big up to my Ghanaian brothers and sisters. I can't wait to touch down on the African soil to see you live and direct. This is Bingy Blaze, one love, positive vibrations only. Big up yourself, Ghana. We got to make Africa great again.
Taking us all the way to Jamaica. Now, do we have a final video, Ken? That's all? Okay. So this is just a teaser sort of some of our participants, some of our partners, and of course the performances that we're going to be seeing on the day. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the official press launch, official press conference ahead of the Emergence Conference 2025. And thank you so much yet again to Kenny Daniel, owner of More Plus Media. Thank you, Kenny, for being a part of our team, and Dr. Benin as well, founder, CEO, Iconic Legends. Thank you so much. My very own Jessica Chumesi. Thank you and well done on the great work. Of course, Dr. Angela Harris. Thank you for bringing us all together. And so this does it, right? As media people, we've got a busy day ahead of us, much more to do. So thank you so much, Morissette. Please, so sorry for not mentioning you, Morissette. Thank you so much for supporting us as well. Morissette would you like to come up and share a few words, Morissette? Please, let me put you on the spot. I know Morissette doesn't quite like that, but she's